Okie dokie.
And please do not die.
Alright. Don't worry, we won't.
Alright.
Alright, guys. Oh, shit, I
Right.
need to make sure y'all can heal to hear this.
See ya.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and watch the daily news.
News station where the term race war gets thrown around regularly and everyone's chill with it. Today in general good news, Welcome back to OnlyFangs News, the only news station where the term race war gets thrown around regularly and everyone's chill with it. Today in general good news, we have some great news that his Devil Sword leggings pattern has been found by Zerochi. Those leggings are the pre-raid BIS. Very lucky find. Additionally, we learned what the points were used for in the race war. At the end of every week, there will be a guild meeting with a central tribute chest. The faction that wins for the week gets to pick out 10 items from this pot to spread out through the rest of their faction. This week being the first time it happens makes it a very special week, and the winners were the maggot feeders, which is not a sentence you want to say if you have dyslexia, and they chose Dante's to be their champion
for the follow.
the items for them. However, after the rare items were dished out to Dante's, we found out that he wasn't able to trade them to his fellow undeads because his account wasn't old enough.
Bro, Dante's can't even trade soda. You just gave him.
I'm sorry, this clip still gets me.
So now the undeads have to wait until he either dies and loses all the items, or for him to survive 30 days so that he can actually give them out. Now on to daily deaths. It's a sad day. The person in first to the race to level 60, fellow guild member Undead Ampy, was killed today by luck and nothing else. Ampy was level 54 at the 9-yard finish line. He has been playing ever since hardcore dropped, sleeping only 4 hours every day and playing the other 20. We aren't quite sure why, but for some reason while he was farming, just like he had done millions of times before that, he disconnected. He couldn't reconnect to his account for the next 3 minutes. And since he had just pulled a large group of mobs, we all knew that there was nothing we could do other than wait and know that behind the screen, his character was being torn apart limb from limb, and there was nothing that any of us could do. We didn't need him to log back in to know what had happened next, and it didn't make anyone feel any better when he finally got back into his account only to see a dead level 54. Every second, every minute, and every day that he spent on that character was gone, all because of bad luck. But before you send your condolences, just know that he doesn't want your sympathy. You want to know how I know this? Because in his lowest moment, when he had the perfect excuse to whine, bitch, moan, and convetch about how bad WoW is and how bad their servers are and how unlucky he is, he didn't do any of that. No, he loaded up again and went again. Same class, same race, same method. He didn't change a thing. When he was given the perfect excuse to why he failed, he didn't use it. Because that's what being unlucky is. Because that's what hardcore is. Because that's who Ampy is. He doesn't need our sympathy. He just needs us to watch. Anyway, now the trolls are in the lead for first, I guess, by another guild member, Zerochi. So,
yeah, I saw
lucky
us playing
trolls,
the
I
daily
guess.
news.
Tips and tricks for the day, troubleshoot everything. Not just because Ampy, but also because a few hours later, the exact same thing happened to Summit 1G. Anything that you can think of that would make you DC, eliminate it. Second tip, don't use the Goblin Mortar Trinket. We're getting to the point where people are having profession skills in the 200s. And one of the most enticing items you can get from engineering, the Goblin Mortar, comes at that range of skill. It's a wonderful trinket that on reloading sometimes just randomly kills you. So probably don't use it. Last tip, watch who your healer is. There's been reports of racist healers hopping into dungeons, getting to the final boss, and then not healing their DPS or tanks because they're another race and want them to die. So just make sure before going into a dungeon you can trust your healer. And before I close out, I want to let everyone know why these broadcasts are unlisted. The answer is I'm just making these for the guild, really. I'm imagining they're extremely boring to watch if you aren't in the guild, but people keep asking me to make them public, and I'm just not going to. If you want to watch them, they're on a playlist